Well, we're here with Gary from SeaWorld. Gary, you got a bunch of rehab facility right here for turtles. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, these particular turtles are some of the rescue turtles that were directly involved with the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. The animals right now have been exterior cleaned of all the oil that they had, and right now we are looking at them to make sure that there was no damage done internally. When they came to our facility, we did a physical on the animals. At this point now, we are going to watch their behavior, we're going to watch their eating habits. When we feel that the animals are acting normal again, then we will do a post or a pre-physical release on the animals. And if they pass that, then we will discuss with the local authorities, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, about where the best place to release these animals are.
Okay, does Florida Fish and Wildlife contact you to come and rescue these animals, or how do they end up coming to your facility?
Well, we have a great relationship with FWC. We've been a partner with them for years and years and years right now. And what normally happens is that if a volunteer or a person walking along the beach finds a sea turtle, what they are supposed to do is call a certain number, which is the FWC. They will look at all of their different rehab areas and decide which rehab area will be best for this particular animal. Now, one of the things that has been great for us is that we have been at sea turtle rehab for such a long time now that the vast majority of the time we get more critical care animals than anything else, and that really is just a great testament to our aquarium husbandry staff who takes care of the animals and our veterinarian staff who actually do the medical procedures on these animals.
All right, I have just one more question. I'm really curious. I know that sea turtles, the female sea turtles like to return to the same beach where they were born. With this tragedy in the Gulf, with all this oil, if that oil is up on the beach, say, several years from now, turtles that have been born on those beaches, are they going to be traveling, even if we were to move them out of the Gulf after they've been cleaned of oil, are they going to want to return there to lay their eggs?
Usually what happens with this type of biology with the sea turtles is that once the eggs hatch and they are walking across the sand towards the ocean, they pick up some cues, whether they're chemicals or whatever the cue is. They pick something up and that stays with them their whole life. And at some point, when they mature and they want to reproduce, they will swim back into that general area, they will mate, and then the females will crawl ashore and lay their eggs at that point.
What is the best part of your job?
Well, actually, the best part of the job happens to be actually working with these animals, almost any one of them, because we work not only with the sea turtles, but we deal with all sorts of different conservational animals throughout the aquarium department, with the coral, seahorses, different types of sharks. But I think if you were to ask any one of the aquarists what the best part of the job is, it's probably working right here with these, with the sea turtles, because at that point you get an animal that's also threatened or endangered, you get an animal that's injured, and over time you rehabilitate the animal, you work with the animal, you bring the animal back to health, and then you are able to take that same animal and put it back in the wild again. And I think to see that completion of a circle from getting that injured animal out of the wild to putting that same animal back into the wild is just very, very, very fulfilling.
So one more thing. So you'll have a lot of animals that are here on rescue, and guests that come in the park, they may never see them. Is that true?
Well, not necessarily, because even the area that we're standing in, although it is behind the scenes, there are many opportunities for our guests to actually come back here and see these animals. And as they come into the park, if they go to the front desk and look at our different tour packages, they can easily have personal tours to come back and see these animals, get a very in-depth idea of exactly what SeaWorld does as far as rehabilitation, and even seeing exactly what happens keeping our other animals that people normally see in the park, what all the husbandry is involved with those particular animals also.
All right, Gary, thanks so much for spending some time with us.
That is no problem. My pleasure.